Wake up in the morning and get out of bed. Start making a mental list in my head of all of the things that I am grateful for. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. I open up my eyes and I open up my mind and I wonder how life will surprise me today. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. I open up my heart and I'm gonna do my part and make this a positively beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
You are live on the breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. This is the breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Like us on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925.
Wake up in the morning and get out of bed. Start making a mental list in my head of all of the things that I am grateful for. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. I open up my eyes and I open up my mind and I wonder how life will surprise me today. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. I open up my heart and I'm gonna do my part and make this a positively beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Life is a challenge, not a competition. You can still smell the roses and be on a mission. Just take a moment to get in touch with your heart. Sometimes you feel like you've got something to prove. Remind yourself that there's only one you. Just take a moment to give thanks for who you are. Hey, early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. I open up my eyes and I open up my mind and I wonder how life will surprise me today. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. Open up my heart.
You are live on the breeze
Gonna do my part
on
and
Ɔdadeɛ
make
Radio.
this a positively
Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
beautiful
Like us on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925.
This is the breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You are listening to the breeze live on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
morning and get out of bed. Start making a mental list in my head of all of the things that I am grateful for. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. I open up my eyes and I open up my mind and I wonder how life will surprise me today. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways.
I need to say a very good morning to all our wonderful listeners all over the world.
Make this
Thank you so much for tuning in to Ɔdadeɛ Radio. We are live via the Zeno FM radio app. You can as well download the Ɔdadeɛ radio app and get to listen to us 24/7. This is Ghana's finest digital radio, delivering the best of information, education, and entertainment. Right here on Ɔdadeɛ radio, shine the lights. So between now till we hit 12 midday, it is my pleasure to bring to you the midweek edition of The Breeze. The Breeze is here on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 to 12 midday. Show produced by Mr. Johnny Adofeinin. And I'm the host. You can call me DJ Hughes. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in me. And of course for joining me and the rest of the crew. And of course we're giving glory and adoration to our Maker, the Lord Almighty, who gives us strength in each and every day to go through our hassles. So I believe that you are giving glory to the Lord Almighty this morning. Today, Wednesday, June 14th, 2023. Coming up shortly, I've got my words of inspiration to share with you. And then we'll be taking into some of the news items making headlines today. Some of that news, some news items also making headlines on some other website as well. We'll be getting through all that here as well. And then later on at the top of the hour 11, on the Breeze Chat segment this morning, we'll be having a conversation with the CEO of the year 2022 award winner in the food category. I'm talking about Ɔdadeɛ David Afflu. He is the managing director of GB Foods. He's going to be my guest this morning on the Breeze Chat segment. Of course, it's business edition. So we're looking into business activities, entrepreneurship, banking and finance, and a lot more every Wednesday here on The Breeze. So I'm going to be joined pretty shortly, that is at the top of the hour 11 in studio, by Ɔdadeɛ David Afflu. He is the managing director of GB Foods. And the 2022 award winner in the food category of the best CEO. So we're shining a light on him this morning, of course, to find out a bit more as to how he's been able to climb the ladder to the top. And of course, all the things that he's doing and all that he did to deserve this wonderful award. We'll be having a conversation on that. And of course, when we talk about GB Foods, all that is coming up at the top of the hour 11. Remember, our socials are active, Instagram and on Twitter, or Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can send us a WhatsApp on 02000929925. Remember, the program is as well being streamed live on our Facebook, Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana. You can as well watch it live on our YouTube channel. There's also Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel anytime you drop by our YouTube channel. We'll be grateful you do that every time for us. Click on the button, subscribe, and also make sure you click on the notification button so you get our notifications anytime we go live. WhatsApp is 02000929925. Who is celebrating his or her birthday today? Send those birthday shout-outs right here, and I'm going to read them out for you. 02000929925. Once again, welcome to The Breeze. Coming up shortly, my words of inspiration.
You are listening to The Breeze, live on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Remind yourself that there's only one you. Just take a moment to give thanks for who you are. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day.
Early in the morning, a new start of the day is here. New dreams, new hopes, new aspirations, new everything. I mean, today, Wednesday, we're stepping into the day with new hope, new dreams, new aspirations. And also to go through this day successfully. So this morning, I'm talking about letting go of the old ways. Possibly the old ways might have been tried and tested and still not being worked out. So let go and move on from what no longer serves a positive purpose in your life, but don't discard what is old merely because it is old. If you discover that a particular new habit, perception, or technique is more useful, embrace it. Yet, in the absence of a better way, stick with what works for you. And just because something is new doesn't mean it is superior. There is a lot to be said for what is being proven over years, decades, and then centuries. So the old ways is not necessarily the best way, but neither is it something to be summarily thrown out. Remember, a whole lot of things happened long before you were aware that anything was happening. So from today's perspective, the past may seem unsophisticated, yet massive, enduring, and also give it some value and create some good times out of what is ahead of you. So this morning, I'm admonishing you to go with what works well for you. Step into this day with what best work for you. It can be one of the old ones, possibly the new ones as well. So go with what works well for you in this new day and with what makes the most sense. And also whether it is new way or the old way, choose the best way that will work for you. That is my words of inspiration this morning, Wednesday, June 14th, here on The Breeze Midweek Edition here on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. With DJ Use on your radio right now. So let go and move on from what no longer serves a positive purpose for your life. But remember, the key point is to go with what works well, with what makes the most sense. Whether it is a new way or the old way, choose the best way that will work for you. Once again, good morning. And thank you so much for staying tuned to Ɔdadeɛ Radio. This is The Breeze. We are live on the Zeno FM radio app and also streaming live on Ɔdadeɛ Radio app. We are as well live. You can watch us on our YouTube channel and as well on Facebook. It's at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Remember to send us stay interactive with us on 02000 92925 Instagram and on Twitter, Facebook, Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana. Instagram and on Twitter is at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. It's The Breeze right here on your radio.
This is The Breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. This is The Breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Like us on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925.
All right, so who is that birthday celebrant who is celebrating her birthday today? Remember to send those birthday shout-outs and I'll be celebrating or shining the light on the birthday celebrant for you. It is 02000 92925. In the meantime, happy belated birthday wish going out to Ɔdadeɛ Kofi Opoku, who is the North American chapter president of the Ɔdadeɛ Global Alumni, or the Ɔdadeɛ Global Alumni. You celebrate your birthday yesterday. Happy birthday going out to you. Belated one, of course. And also to say a belated happy birthday wish also going out to Reverend Ebenezer Markway. Happy belated birthday going out to you, our immediate past global president and board chairman of PRESEC, Ɔdadeɛ Ebenezer Samuel Markway. So, of course, if you also know who is celebrating your birthday or if it's in a belated one, you can as well send it and I'll shout it out for you. It's 02000 92925. Coming up, we'll be taking a look at some of the news items making headlines on some various sites and as well some news items in the scope of the Ɔdadeɛ fraternity as well coming up shortly here on The Breeze. Let's jump into a spot of music. This one from Black Sherif. He called this one Soldier.
This is The Breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Down. GH.com.
My mystery box is somewhere very near. I feel it inside me, I'm feeling very weird. Something where I did chase for years back in the days. If you told me I would see this flag waving, I won't believe you. No, cause how far could I go? Yeah, I'm too close, I can feel it. Something is vibrating inside me, I'm celebrating. But outside they kill me. My own self they kill me. My own anxiety, my inferiority, what? Them all they kill me. Them all they kill me. And I don't feel okay. My heart is beating so fast. So fast.
You are live on The Breeze, The Breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Oh, soldier. Stand and beat your chest. They come. No make them catch you off guard. Don't let them touch your skin, no. Oh, soldier. Stand and beat your chest. They come. No make them catch you off guard. Don't let them touch your skin, no. But you know how we be, my Shella. Streets getting colder, they bury my brother spirit. You know if you stand proper, it is shaky. You know if you stand proper, it is shaky. It's hard to believe, my Jenna. For see with you the guy that's I swear, my papa. This season is a very dark one. This season is a very dark one. My own anxiety, my inferiority, what they kill me. Them all they kill me. Them all they kill me. And I don't feel okay. My heart is beating so fast. So fast, yo. So fast. Oh, soldier. Stand and beat your chest. They come. No make them catch you off guard. Don't let them touch your skin, no. Oh, soldier. Stand and beat your chest. They come. No make them catch you off guard. Don't let them touch your skin, no. Oh, soldier. Stand and beat your chest. They come. No make them catch you off guard. Don't let them touch your skin, no. Oh, soldier. Stand and beat your chest. They come. No make them catch you off guard.
Hey guys, you already know this your boy Dance God Lloyd, and you are listening to DJ Use. Don't touch the dial, no vibes. Booyah.
This is The Breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. This is The Breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Hey guys, you already know this your boy Dance God Lloyd, and you are listening to DJ Use. Don't touch the dial, you know the vibes.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Like us on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925.
Hey guys, you already know this your boy, the toppest Dance God Lloyd, and you're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Shine the light. Hey guys, you already know this your boy, the toppest Dance God Lloyd, and you're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Shine the light.
All right, so time to begin some of the news headlines making news and some various news sites this morning. Today, Wednesday, the 14th of June, right here on The Breeze, live on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Remember, stay interactive 02,092,925. Still to come this morning on the Breeze Chat segment. Like I did indicated earlier on, we're having a conversation with the CEO of the Year Food Category 2022 Award winner, Ɔdadeɛ David Afflu, is Managing Director of GB Food. He's joining me as my guest this morning on the business edition of The Breeze. So please do stay tuned for that. If you have any questions or comments, anything that you'd like to shout him out for, you can send it ahead on 02,000 92925. So in news this morning, Ghanaian teenager allegedly beats father to death in New York. There's a news report on it here. And as well, Defense Minister CDS storm court as contempt conviction against them. And also IGP petitioned to investigate Sine Brothers, Glencoe and East Legon. And as well, Ajua Safo lost a baby during childbirth and her first son nearly became a cripple, spokesperson has indicated. It's all here on Ghana Web this morning as well. In their sports blog, watch the father Bernard moment and as Nuama humiliated Dennis Odoi during Black Stars training. And also Cristiano Ronaldo breaks silence on report of breaking up with Argentine. On Ghana Web, their business blog, expected drop in inflation specs positive economic outlook. And as well, President inaugurates $40 million 16 kV Accra box supply points. And then the city sells at 11.80 Ghana cedis to $1. And then also sells at 10.98 Ghana cedis on BOJ Interbank. As of today, June 14th. So just to give you a little bit more details on that, the interbank forex rate from the Bank of Ghana today, June 14, 2023, has shown that the Ghana cedi is trading against the dollar at a buying price of 10.96 Ghana cedis and a selling price of 10.97 Ghana cedis. So at the Forex Bureau in Accra, the dollar is being bought at a rate of 11.50 Ghana cedis and sold at a rate of 11.80 Ghana cedis. As against the pound sterling, the cedi is trading at a buying price of 13.84 Ghana cedis and a selling price of 13.86 Ghana cedis. So at the Forex Bureau in Accra, the pound sterling is being bought at a rate of 14.35 Ghana cedis and sold at a rate of 14 Ghana cedis 0.95. So that's the latest in the interbank forex rate from the Bank of Ghana as of today, 14th of June 2023. Well, then to take you through a bit of some entertainment news trending this morning. Father Dixon rejected me in 2021. He said he doesn't like any English stuff. Miss G has indicated. Anyway, I use my money to campaign for you. Big Aquis cries on live TV. Big Aquis cries on live TV over Ekufado's unfulfilled promises. And we have the connections in Ghana. Leo Wayne as he threatens Prophet Adum Chedua look alike. And also there's a news item here why the Asaka boys are being praised by Ghanaians. There's a whole story on Ghana Web Entertainment blog on that. You can check it out. Into some news items also in the Ɔdadeɛ fraternity, and here on Facebook on the Ɔdadeɛ Presec alumni. Congratulations to Ɔdadeɛ Major Kingsley Kumi of the 2004 year group on emerging the best foreign student after the successful completion of his advanced gunnery field artillery course, which he attended in India. And sadly, Ɔdadeɛ is taking our places in the future of our country and of the church. So stay interactive with us. If you have any news item, you have anything to share, you can quickly drop us a message on our live stream on YouTube. You can as well drop us a message on our Facebook Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana live stream. As well, WhatsApp 02000929925. This morning we are going to be talking about Mr. David Afflu. He is Ɔdadeɛ David Afflu. He is the managing director of GB Foods. He's recently had an award for the best CEO 2022 in the food category. He's going to be joining me this morning, and then we're going to have a conversation. Ɔdadeɛ David Afflu is of the 1990 year group Acro House, aka Video. Like I did say, he's in the managing director of GB Foods. Makes Presec proud again, wins the CEO of the year 2022 food category. So a school deacon bell in hand in his prefect days, Ɔdadeɛ David today taking GB Foods Ghana Limited to another level, wondering of competition and gaining tough in Ghana and West Africa sub-region as well. Behind his polished maple wood desk in a wall finished office, disciplined and business focused brother work ethics has created a motivated staff and workforce that is delivering to the admiration of the Barcelona, Spain headquarters of the company. So David is not new to achievement. Breezing through University of Ghana with a biochemistry degree, he became a senior business leader, adapt in PL management, marketing, sales, and product management and retail management with experience in several multinationals in FMCG, telecoms, petroleum, downstream in Ghana and West Africa. A recipient of Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana CIMMG Prestigious Marketing Practitioner of the Year 2017 award. David's magic wand led to the company sweeping unprecedented 5 awards for the Gino brand at the Food Awards Summit held last week. Gino curry powder, Gino tomato mix, etc., etc. So this morning he's going to join me. We're going to have a very beautiful conversation to talk about all that he's achieved. He's an Ɔdadeɛ. I know there will be challenges ahead or on his way, but I mean he's going to share all that with us. And also tell us about his entrepreneurship skills and all that he had to get him where he's got into now. He's going to be joining me, and then we'll have that conversation on the Breeze Chat segment at 11. So please do stay tuned and stay interactive here with us live on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
You are listening to The Breeze, live on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You are listening to The Breeze, live on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You are listening to The Breeze, live on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
So the man I was talking plenty about has just walked into the studio and joined me. We'll be taking a quick break. And when we return, I will bring you the Breeze chat segment. Joining me is Ɔdadeɛ David Afflu. We're going to have a very sweet conversation this morning. You don't have to miss it. Please stay tuned. It's The Breeze.
You are listening to The Breeze, live on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Like us on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 09 2925.
This is The Breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Like us on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 09 2925.
You are live on The Breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. This is The Breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
right back.
Did you know that 90% of people with autoimmune diseases will be misdiagnosed or spend years before a diagnosis is made? Precious time that could lead to organ damage. Autoimmune diseases occur when the immune system starts to attack healthy organs and cells in the body till they are destroyed. These conditions are more severe and are increasingly seen in people of African ancestry. The Rheumatology Initiative TRI is an NGO leading with education, advocacy, and research in autoimmune diseases. TRI ensures patients have the right peer support with a support group of over 200 people diagnosed with autoimmune conditions. The Rheumatology Initiative provides emergency medication for needy patients and teaches them life skills to ensure some financial stability. TRI reaches patients, health practitioners, and the general public through various educational interventions to enable prompt diagnosis and treatment for improved outcomes. How can you support our work at the Rheumatology Initiative? Please donate to our MTN Momo 024-192-9775. Account name is the Rheumatology Initiative. To volunteer, please send an email to volunteer@tryghana.org. That's TRIGhana.org. Visit our website tryghana.org to reach us, and on social media look for our handles @tryghana.
Say no to single-use plastic bags. They are destroying our environment. Water bodies contribute to most of the rubbish in open spaces and gutters, contributing to floods. Fish and livestock are ingesting plastics, which poses danger to our health. Plastics take ages to decompose and are harmful to the environment. Be responsible. Join eco-conscious citizens in supporting International Plastic Bag Free Day and say no to plastic bags. Use a basket, jute bag, or other biodegradable bags on 3rd July and every other day.
The Education Standpoint is a radio program only on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. The program intends to bring together all stakeholders in the education spectrum of the Presbyterian Boys Secondary School to a live studio discussion on all the topical issues in education and help put to proper perspective the views from standpoint of all stakeholders. The Education Standpoint will also help guide the school and create a better understanding for administration, students, teachers, parents, the church, and the alumni. Tune in to Education Standpoint exclusively on Ɔdadeɛ Radio online Thursdays 2 to 4 p.m. and a repeat broadcast on Saturdays at 9 a.m. I am Reverend Emmanuel Ambrose Asamoah, an Ɔdadeɛ former teacher, former student, educationist, counselor, and will be your host on the Education Standpoint. Please do make a date with me.
What does the Bible say? And what sort of light does it throw on any life-related issue? John chapter 1 verse 5 states, "And the light shineth in darkness, and darkness comprehended it not." Light for Life is a Christian panel discussion program on all life-related issues and how the Bible helps us in its day-to-day application. Beloved, my name is Reverend Godwin Kwashi, and I invite you to join me and my guests on the Light for Life program on Ɔdadeɛ Radio online this and every Sunday from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I trust that as we engage in this Light for Life program, we'll all be able to say to our God, "In thy light we shall see light." God richly bless you as you tune in.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Like us on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200-092925.
Hey guys, you already know this your boy, the toppest dance god Lloyd, and you're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
What's up?
Shine the
Coming
light.
out and the ghetto when the gunshot always a echo. You don't know? Hear the road boy cry. Ujanku Bonnet.
All I can see. Sometimes I try to make them true. All I can see. Sometimes I try to make them true.
I never thought it would be until I saw a man try. Oh, the source of his feet on the heat to his peak. It shall be well, it shall be well. Oh Lord, my cup is full and my soul is my soul. Many are called but chosen are few. My cup is full and I
It's good to the cups and rub like this. Are you walk one living good till you're good till you're dead? The fire keep burning, pray that end word. Cry no more, cry no more, my brother, cry no more. Yeah, don't cry no more. Big dreams, all I can see is sometimes I try to make them true. I keep dreaming my big dreams, big dreams, all I can see, sometimes I try to make them true. I've been walking all day, trying to find some bread and butter, bread and butter. Oh Lord, that time will tell the poor man still me want a nice and a better place to live. But they want to make it good. Oh yeah, I can't kill every night and day. They all have to go. Oh my sister, cry no more. Ujakupon, minyami. Ujakupon.
All I can see. Sometimes I try to make them true. All I can see. Sometimes I try to make them true.
Well, I've been on top of Mount Zion, looking up to Jah to send down pan and rain. Oh, the stars will be my guide. Oh, the sun will be my hope. As long as there is life, I know Jah will let me down. Hey. All I can see, I've been walking all night and day, trying to find some bread and butter. Hey, time will tell the poor man still ever want a nice and a better place to live. They want to make it good, but I can never kill every night and day. They all have to know me the sun.
Okay, so in the background there is music from Wuta. They call this one Big Dreams. Bringing time 5 minutes after 11 on the business edition of The Breeze. Don't forget we are live on the Zeno FM radio app. You can download and listen to us 24/7. Also live on Ɔdadeɛ radio app. Ghana's finest digital radio, Ɔdadeɛ radio. Shine the light. You ask or send questions or comment, or if you want to stay interactive, 02092925 on Instagram and on Twitter is at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Remember, we are as well live on our YouTube channel. You can watch the program. We are as well live on Facebook. It's Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana. So while talking about dreams, there's a quote that was put in a very beautiful write-up that was made for my guest this morning, Ɔdadeɛ David Afflu, by the Ɔdadeɛ Communications. And there's a particular quote that says, some people dream of success, whilst other people get up every morning and make it happen. Some people dream of success, while other people get up every morning and make it happen. And of course, I believe that it is true because we all dream, but to make it happen is what will actually bring that dream to fruition. It's a write-up that was put together by the Ɔdadeɛ Communications by Senior Edifico for Ɔdadeɛ David Afflu, who is of the 1990-year group Acro House. He's also known as Vido Yes. So I know all his mates this morning are really standing up for this conversation with their year group member, Mr. David Afflu. He is the managing director of GB Foods, and he's made Presec very, very proud. This morning, we are shining the light on him. He wins the CEO of the Year 2022 food category, that is food category. And we are going to have a conversation with him on all that has brought him where he finds himself this morning. Boss, good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you doing?
Joe, I'm well. Yes, by God's grace. How are you too?
I'm also fine. Congratulations as well.
Thank you.
Yes, and I just enjoyed this write-up from Sina Fiku. I don't know, how do you find it?
No, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Eddie writes very well.
Well, yes.
With Eddie, you can't get it wrong.
Exactly. So maybe along our conversation, I'll get to read a bit more of that as we go along. Once again, you are welcome.
Thank you.
And how do you find our studios?
Wow. Breathtaking.
Wow.
I didn't expect it to be so nice. I think this is world class.
Thank
well
you very
done.
much.
And to the Ɔdadeɛ fraternity, big ups.
Big ups. So, before we go into the meat of the matter, can we throw back a bit into some of your school days? What are some of the fondest memories you have of Presec whilst in school?
The memories are many.
Many memories. So let's make it short.
Yeah, many memories. Yeah, we came around 1985.
Yes.
And I came from Obuasi.
Okay.
My parents worked on the mine.
Oh, so you came from all the way from Obuasi to
telling
Presec?
you, yes.
Oh, I see.
And at the time, 85, my brother had come a year before, 84. So Presec wasn't well known at the time, but we braved the odds and we said we were coming. And interestingly, we came, there were no nets, water flow was a big problem. And so for an innocent young guy of 12 years, in your first few weeks of staying in the school, you are going to IPS, Staff Village, University of Ghana. No, it was tough. It was not easy, but we braved the odds. I think that is what toughened us.
Okay.
And we made some great relationships, friends, brothers, over the 7-year period that we were here.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, interesting. And you were nicknamed Vido.
Vido is...
How did it come about?
It's Vido. It's
Vido,
the short form of David. So
okay.
Davido.
Okay, Davido.
That's right.
Vido.
That's right. Yes.
Okay. Yes. So how did it come about?
Oh, Davido is an old name. It's most guys call David. If they don't find sometimes you get a terrible nickname. If they don't get a name for you, probably you can get away with Vido. That one.
Vido, yeah.
I know people who had names which were coined for them, which were terrible names, but yes, we can. I think I was one of the lucky guys.
Okay. So who are some of your mates that you could remember?
Oh, I remember a lot of them. So in my class, all the way from Form 1 to Upper 6, I have Somodo, I have Gasti, I have Wadan Sasu, he's a Kenner now. I have Bimbila, I have Dovi, I have Savannah Georgia, Otin Kunto, we have Mauli Lodo, Nathan Amankwa,
wow.
We have lots of them. Yaubi, that is Yaubrichum. And in sixth form, we usually had ladies as well. We had,
this is form.
Yes.
Your time had the ladies.
Yes, we had ladies. We had Evelyn. We had Rosaline. We had lots of them.
Okay,
yes.
That's really interesting. That's really interesting to know. But who was the headmaster at the time?
When we came to Form 1, it was Apiedu.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm sure you must have heard of Apiedu. He's like a pillar of Presec. He was a very strict disciplinarian.
Yes.
And he was a headmaster. He virtually knew everybody's name. I remember when I was in Form 1, I was walking around the admin block one day. He just mentioned my name. Are you David Afflu? I said, wow.
So you were surprised?
I was shocked. I was shocked. And this is a man who could come to the dormitories in the night when there's light off, to just bring order in the system.
Oh, okay.
No, Apiedu is, I would say he is one of the pillars who made the school what it was.
Interesting. But then how about some teachers? You remember some teachers?
Oh yes, I remember many teachers. I have fond memories. In sixth form, my favorite teacher was my biology teacher, Mr. Afflu. At O level, I had quite a number of teachers I really liked. I had Mr. Ave. We used to call him Avesco. We had a biology teacher, Mrs. Akuto.
Okay.
We had physics, Tyrone. We have Mr. Pipra. We had lots of people. These are the ones that come to mind.
Your mind. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's really, really, really interesting. But so, what was your favorite food in the dining hall?
Those days.
I always ask my guests this question.
Good question. Breakfast, I would say, was rocks. We used to call it rocks.
Rocks. You like the rocks?
Yes. The rocks is not the the ground one. The one which has the maize.
The maize. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Oblayu.
Okay. Oblayu. So for breakfast, that was my favorite. For lunch, I would say maybe red. The days that the cocoa was good, sometimes the cocoa they keep it too long and you are not sure.
It doesn't really taste good.
But on a good day, the red was my favorite.
Okay.
Yes.
Were you a striker in the dining hall?
Oh, my brother, I came from far away.
So you don't lose guard.
I don't lose guard. I had my whole 7 years in Presec. I had like 5 visits.
Okay.
So for me,
when you come to school,
dining hall, Charlie, you don't joke.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, sometimes it's very good to, recount on some of these founding memories. Presec is 85 years. And what do you have to say in, our all year long celebrations?
Presec has touched so many
come
lives.
A long way.
Presec has touched so many lives. And some of us, we feel proud every day to be associated with Presec.
Yes.
Presec, I'm sure, and I can challenge anyone to say, has probably produced the highest number of doctors, pharmacists, engineers in this country. Presec has touched every field of this country. I'm sure in ministry, in architecture, in every other field, in mining, in banking, in law. I would say Presec, I would say, is a great institution. We are probably here to produce a president, but apart from that, we have produced a speaker, we have produced so many other people.
And so many parliamentarians as well.
Oh, yes. Some of our mates are even in parliament, like Wisdom Woyome and co. I am extremely proud to be associated with the brand Presec as a proper Ɔdadeɛ, 7 years being here.
Nice one. And I believe that some will say I allowed Presec to walk through me, or did you allow the school to walk through you, or the Presec to walk through you?
No. We live the Presec.
You live the Presec.
Yes.
Okay.
So we walk through the school, and the school really impacted us.
Okay.
I would say most of the values I have, I would attribute it to the strict Presbyterian training we got.
Okay.
Plus the fact that Presec prepared you for greatness. It was like if you came to Presec, you couldn't leave and go and fail in the society. It didn't matter what you did. It didn't matter. Some of us who were science students were supposedly destined to do medicine. It was as if you were destined to do medicine.
So were you a science student?
My brother, I was a science student too. I'm one of the disappointed doctors.
How did you find yourself in business? Walking out from Presec, I believe that you had hoped to become maybe on the medical field.
Yes. So I did science all the way. I even had a distinction at O level. Can you imagine?
Oh, okay.
And then I came to sixth form, and then Presec sixth form is a different one. No?
Okay.
You come and you meet the best students from everywhere. All the Ogascos, Kwaboche, all the guys. And so the approach we came with to sixth form, thinking that to be a walk in the park, it was not like that.
It was not like that.
So I got the shock of my life. YX said, you are not one of the top. So I did biochemistry at Legon, University of Ghana, finished, and I actually started working in Fan Milk in their quality assurance department. But interestingly, after my service, they gave me the job. I stayed.
Okay.
But then it just occurred to me, this is not for you. It just occurred to me that, no, this is not for you. So then I started to ask questions, And then somebody introduced me to the Chartered Institute of Marketing, the UK at the time, and I started to go for the classes, read the courses, and then it was very clear to me my destiny was not in the science. Even though right from O-level, I thought I was going to do medicine. After university, actually, I wanted to go out and do medicine, but I said, let me work a little bit and probably get some money because my parents were retired. And but then I think I got my awakening during my 2-year period that this was not mine. And so then I moved into corporate, which was the commercial space. I worked in Nestle at the time. And it became clear to me that commercial space was mine.
Okay, so that was your true calling.
Yes. And I have not turned back. So this was from 99, I moved into the commercial space. And I have been moving and working hard in the trenches and growing and thanks to God, we are where we are now.
That's really, really interesting journey. And I mean, a successful one at it, of course. And I remember this morning, if you'd like to send us a message, we have Mr. David Afflu seated on our business edition of The Breeze. If you have any questions or comments or anything, any props, I mean, we'd like to congratulate him, you can send your message and I'll read it out to him on 02000 92925 02000 92925. Your messages are welcome. You can leave them on our YouTube live stream, Ɔdadeɛ Radio. On Facebook, you can as well leave your comments, Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana, and I'll read them out for you. I'll pick just a portion of the write-up made from the communications, Ɔdadeɛ Communications for you. And it says, behind his polished maple wood desk in a well-furnished office, our disciplined and business-focused brother work ethics has created a motivated staff workforce that is delivering to the admiration of the Barcelona, Spain headquarters of the company. David is not new to achievement. Breezing through University of Ghana with biochemistry degree, he became a senior business leader, adapt in P&L management, marketing, sales, project management, retail management, with experience in several multinationals in FMCG, telecoms, petroleum downstream in Ghana and West Africa, a recipient of Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana, CIMG, prestigious marketing practitioner of the year 2017 award. David Magic Wand led to the company sweeping unprecedented 5 awards for the Gino brand at the Food Awards Summit held a couple of weeks ago. You can talk about Gino curry powder, Gino tomato mix, and the likes. It looks as if the journey has been a real successful one, Mr. David.
Yes, but it has not come without a price.
Okay.
But yes, I would say yes. We have won these awards as stated, and and these are is a testament of the hard work myself and the team in GB Foods have delivered. FMCG is a tough environment. Fast-moving consumer goods is an extremely tough environment.
Okay, I see.
We are directly we receive the direct the brunt of inflation, where most of your raw material, packaging material are imported, and therefore when your forex or the currency depreciates relative to the US dollar, you know the impact, and therefore you are having that difficult you are in that difficult place where you have to be making decisions on: do you increase price, do you change your formulation, do you change your packaging, how do you reduce cost, how do you still get your team motivated in a tough environment like this? But we are grateful that yes, in the almost 3.5 years since I joined this business, we have grown the business double digit, and the market has noticed the work we are doing. And interestingly, in 1 week, 3 different award agencies gave us the awards. So it's not from one agency. These are 3 independent agencies where the CEO Summit and Awards, which is the let me say the authentic CEO, recognized and authentic CEO grouping in Ghana. Their summit, annual summit, they gave me the award for the best CEO in the food category. Yes. And the FMCG, there's a National FMCG Summit and Awards. And there also, at the FMCG Summit, I was given the National FMCG Ultimate Man of the Year. So that was the highest award in the FMCG category for the year. And then we won, some of our brands won some awards. So in that space, Gino Tomato Mix won an award. The curry won
curry powder.
Yes, won an award. And we also, in the same vein, there was manufacturing awards by another agency, the Ghana Manufacturing Awards. And there we won the most innovative company of the year. We won the...
Was it all in 2022?
Yes. This is relative to 2022's performance. And the best growing company. So there was one for innovation, one was growth. And then there was one which was a product of the year. Again, the Gino brand won that. And then again, we were acknowledged as for our performance. So in 1 week, we got awards from 3 different independent agencies or organizations, and we feel extremely proud. And this is as a result of the hard work that the team in GB Foods, and I doff my hat for them for supporting us on this journey.
So you joined the company 3 years ago.
Yes, 3.5 almost.
3.5 years ago, and this significant achievement has been made in just a single year.
Yes, these are all 2022. I joined 2020, so these are all in 2022.
But personally, how does that make you feel?
Sometimes it is sobering because with success, it comes with demand. You make more demands on yourself to say, now that you are there, you need to keep working hard to stay there, to continue to be recognized as the leader in the categories, making the difference that you have been touted to be making. So it is refreshing.
Yes,
it feels rewarding, but for me it's also sobering because some people rise to the top and they fall. So it's not something that you just wave a flag and then you dance around and you say, let's get complacent, let's move on. In the jungle, we say, if you are not hunting, then you are the prey. So we have to keep hunting because if we stop like a lion in the jungle, one day it wakes up and says, I'm not going to run today to chase an antelope. You can imagine what will happen. That lion is dead. It's going to die out of hunger, isn't it?
Yes.
An antelope which wakes up in the jungle on any day and says, I'm not going to run today as fast as I can. You can imagine what is going to happen. That antelope is dead. So we have to keep running and leading, or we become somebody else's lunch. So for me, it's a wake-up call that we need to keep working hard, not get complacent, and keep the flag of GB Foods and our own reputations as well, high.
Okay. What has been your motivation? I mean, some of your watchwords, your keywords, some of the things you look up to that has propelled you to this level.
So, I have my own motivation. I'm self-driven because I have been in organizations where when times are tough, you come and you look at the faces of even your team members and you see times are tough, people are almost giving up. So I always wake up in the morning and I come to work with my own motivation. So I do not need somebody's motivation to move. And I rather would want to infect people with my motivation. So for me, one is my drive, my motivation. Another one I would say is focus. I try to be extremely focused on the most important things. Yes, so if you come to me with a problem, trust me, in 2 minutes, I will switch from problem to solution mode and say, okay, I've heard the problem. What is the solution? Can we focus our energies on the solution? And keeping the focus on the most important things. You can easily get distracted in organizations because there are too many things happening at the same time. And every day something new is coming to your table. But I choose to focus on the most important things. For example, if you take our business, the tomato business is critical to us. It's the biggest part of our business. So I need to continue to keep that in my mind. How do we continue to win? We are the leading tomato brands in Ghana. How do we continue to do that? Lead in the market. And sometimes you lose some of the battles.
You don't win all.
You don't win all. That is life. But I say we cannot afford to lose the war. For us, if there are 10 battles and we lose 2, let's make sure we win the most important ones and we win the war. So these are 2 of the things. Maybe I'll add one, which is teamwork. I am a strong believer in team.
Okay.
I do not believe in heroes.
Like you believe in teamwork.
Yes.
Okay.
I do not believe in heroes in the corporate world. No. I think that era, we've moved long past that point where somebody comes to the organization and he wants to be a hero alone. He wants to be the only superstar.
And do this and do that.
Yes,
and
he will be getting plaques on the wall every month that he's the best worker, whatever. Now, what if you get that best worker award and the organization does not achieve its goals? For me, in an organization like we have, it's a full 360 degree. We have a factory. We have teams who, after the production is made, the goods have to be supplied or delivered to customers. Somebody's job is to now go, the sales or commercial people need to engage customers to make sure customers buy. Then you have the marketeers who are making sure that the brands are in the face of the consumers and are investing in the right places. And then, of course, finance and co are doing their bit as well. The question is, everybody's part is critically important, and we need to value everybody and not only a few people. Some people will probably focus only on the salespeople because they are supposedly delivering, they are the ones delivering the goals. But no way. In a successful organization, teamwork for me is critical. And let's get everybody performing at their highest and seeing that it's like a synergy. And everybody's contribution, when you put it together, you get the organization delivering above. And with that, you can also get speed. When you have a team which is delivering and aligned, you can get speed. And this is one critical element in the equation of success in a country like ours. Speed. How do you deliver to speed in the market? And that would make a difference between success and failure between organization 1 and organization 2. And I would say this is one of the things we have won with, where our executions are extremely fast. When we make a decision, in 2 hours we have made a decision. We don't need to consult anybody else. We are making a decision, we are moving, and we are changing, and we are delivering, and we are making delivering the numbers.
Okay, but in the face of competition, you mentioned your brand tomato, Gino Tomato Paste, which of course is a big brand. How are you facing this competition? Because I believe that it's not easy out there.
It is not, and I think competition is good because it keeps you on your toes. So yes, it's a very competitive market, and for us to be succeeding, we are having to be very agile, which is we have to be fast, being able to make the right decisions and being very fast. Now, there's a statement I believe in, which is the fact that the market always wins. Now, for me, winning in the marketplace means understanding what are the levers of success in the market, aligning with the market, making the right decisions, investing behind them on time, and you make a difference. I would say this is what has been the hallmark of our success. And yes, competition is investing as well, but I think that we probably have an edge because we are being sharper, we are being more nimble, probably we are thinking deeper, and we are probably executing more flawlessly than them. And we have a strong brand as well, and investing behind brands is extremely critical. Investing behind brands is extremely critical. A brand is an intangible thing, and consumers need to believe and need to trust that when this brand says it is going to deliver for you X, it will deliver for you that thing, which is the color, the taste, the texture of your tomato mix, and those things we don't compromise on at all.
Okay, really. Well, let me ask you a more critical question, because I believe that your institution is more of a multinational one. You have other brand companies in other countries who are also doing same, like similar to what you are doing. But why do you think Ghanaian companies haven't been able to transcend beyond the first marks and the second generations?
Yeah, this is a sad commentary. I haven't done any research, but I would reckon based on my observation. I am only 50 years old, but at least I have seen.
You've seen a lot.
I have seen a little bit.
Okay.
I've seen a little bit, and I've worked in multinationals my whole career, 25 years. I've worked in multinationals all throughout. And one thing I've observed about multinationals throughout my career is the fact that it is about the strategic goal of the organization and not about the people. So organizations which have survived, like the multinationals, their strategy and it's long term. For example, as we speak, we are having in our company today, our strategy, we are looking 10 years ahead. And this is across the organization to the top level. The global board is working with us, and we are defining our strategy for the next 10 years. And that is irrespective of people. Okay. We are parts of an act. Tomorrow my act may end, another person's act may begin. Now, if I look in the Ghanaian parlance, my respectful submission is, I do not believe these organizations have such a long-term vision, void of the people, void of individuals. And my summation is that these strategies, even when they exist, go around people. So it is probably the founding CEO, he's the one, and he probably has most of the strategy in his back pocket. And in the event that, God forbid, he falls sick or he dies, then somebody has to take over. And if that person either doesn't know the strategy or doesn't believe in the strategy, then of course the company goes in another direction. And I think another thing also is the fact that these organizations have put through systems. So for example, if you look at multinationals, they have strong systems like internal audit, internal control. So that limits you. For example, I'm the GM or MD, but I don't have ultimate power. I can't just say we need 3 extra trucks to deliver our products across the country, and therefore I just say, I just pick a phone and call somebody and say 3 trucks from my friend are coming. Don't ask any question. Go ahead. No way. Okay. There's a lay down procedure, and people have to go through a process. If we have to recruit, fine. If somebody knows me and wants to work in the organization, no problem. But he has to go through the process. I may not even sit in the interviews and the filters that are set. Okay. He or she has to go through. So these for me are some of the things or the reasons why Ghanaian organizations or companies have not been able to transcend second and third generation. But I hope we are going to break that jinx. Some of the organizations we see and we hear about, some of the leaders have worked in multinationals and understand these things. I really hope and believe that we are coming to a point where Ghanaian companies can thrive for 100 years. 200 years, like Indian companies, like European companies.
Because we find other companies coming on board, and sometimes, I mean,
it's very sad.
They start production, and at some point, I mean, they go down again, and
it's very sad.
Those are indigenous Ghanaian companies.
It's very sad.
Who we think should have been doing well by now.
It's very sad.
Wow. We have to pick some few messages, and we'll continue. Don't forget, we are having a conversation this morning with the managing director of GB Foods, recently received a CEO award for the food category for the year 2022. If you'd like to send us a message, it's 02000 92925. You can leave your comment on our Facebook and also on our YouTube live channel as well. Quickly, this one says, hi. Dave, congratulations. In thy light, we shall see light. It's coming from Api Lolo. It says, happy birthday to Yaubi of the 90-year group. So, coming from Api Lolo, it says, congratulations to you. Okay.
Thank you, Api. Api was our mate.
Okay.
Great guy. Thank you.
Nice one. And David Afflu embodies discipline, credibility, authenticity, and professionalism. David Afflu has always been a great coach and mentor throughout his journey in the FMCG space. I have been a beneficiary personally. Great guy with a strong commercial acumen on all level. My name is Seth Dakon. So Seth Dakon also sent in this one for you.
Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Seth. Most appreciated.
And to another message here coming from Ɔdadeɛ Yao Dakon of the 2002 year group. It reads, congrats on your achievement. These awards are deserved by you and GB Foods Ghana. Hearing you on Ɔdadeɛ Radio, I heard you graduated with BSc Biochemistry and studied science. I have 2 questions for you. 1, what was the key motivation to switch to business of FMCG sector? And 2, should we worry ourselves with business degree, or we should rather build some qualities, attitudes that can carry us along in life? Coming from Ɔdadeɛ Yao Dakon, 2002 year group. Would you want to respond to his 2 questions?
Yes. Yeah, thank you very much. And I think these are interesting questions.
Yes.
Maybe WAEC is the first to blame.
Okay.
But on a more serious note, I would say Presec was a certain mold, and I remember Apiedu of blessed memory, the headmaster, will insist if you were a science student and you were doing well, you were going to do science in Form 4 and in 6th form. He was going to force you. So by the time we finished 6th form, if you were a science student, we had a term in Presec. I don't know whether nowadays they still use it, but we used to say medical or suicide.
Okay.
That was the term. You had to go to medical school, pharmacy, engineering, or allied sciences.
Okay.
For me, my grades were not fantastic, and I did biochemistry. But trust me, I really, really still wanted to go to medical school. But then I would say life started to, sometimes you start to listen to yourself. When you leave school and you are working and you start to mature, you start to see your strengths, you start to see your weaknesses, you start to see the things that you have a flair for.
Okay.
And I came to that point when it was in my 2nd year of working in Fan Milk in quality assurance. I just said, no way, this is not for me. And I made the switch. But I don't think the biochemistry I studied has been a waste. I like to connect dots when it comes to my discussions.
Okay.
And so when we are discussing, I will be connecting dots from different things which may seem unrelated. And this is because of my biochemistry training.
Okay.
So yes, indeed. And his second question, no, don't throw away.
Is that should we worry ourselves with business degrees, or should we should rather build some qualities and attitudes that can carry us on along in life?
I think you should. I would say, do not throw away your business degree. I do not have a business degree, but I have worked so closely with people who have business degrees, and I have read a lot. I read, so I may have a business degree in my mind, even though I don't have a certificate to support. So I would say, yes, please, if you have a business degree, it's a good thing. But don't limit yourself to the business degree. It is not enough.
Okay.
The attitudes that you talk about are what would actually make you succeed. And Joe, as you grow in your career, or you rise in your career, it's no longer about the technical things you know alone.
Okay.
This has been my experience. It is not just the technical things you know. In my current role as GM, I am not expected to be a specialist in anything. I am expected to have a lot of common sense. Okay. I'm expected to have a deep understanding of many of the things that are put on the table and connect the dots. And all these come together with also your attitude. If, for example, you cannot be trusted, if, for example, you are dishonest, if, for example, you say 10, I will deliver 10 and you deliver 6, and you are not consistent, and you don't even know how to handle people, because we work with people, it's not machines. How to motivate a team of people to continuously deliver. These are the things that come up in addition to your technical knowledge or skills, which I would say are extremely critical.
Okay. Wow. So that answers your question, I believe. Ɔdadeɛ Yao Dakon, the 2002 year group. We have some more messages here. This one from BK. He reads, congratulations to David for this great feat. I saw you work so hard every day to achieve this accomplishment. And I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. You set an amazing example for everyone at the company. Coming from BK.
Thank you, BK.
Okay. So from Fifi in Tiaba, it says question for Mr. David Afflu from Fifi of Airport. For one, describe the greatest working day of your life that has made you so happy. What was it? Fifi from Airport sent in this one. He has added a bit more. He says, do you see some of your team members picking some of your skills? And again, he says, congratulations, David, for massive achievement. The way he is inspiring some of us in our career is serious. So, coming from Fifi, he sent in this one. So maybe you might want to respond to his questions.
So I have several points that are highlights in my career, but I'll call out only one.
Okay.
End of 2021, our performance at the end of 2021, I would say, was one of the big highlights for me, because I joined the company in 2020 in February. 2020 was a good year for us. We grew the business. But for me, it's also about credibility.
Okay.
You do something once, it can be what do you call a fluke. It can be seen as this was luck. So for me, 2021 was critically important for me. And 2021, we shattered all the records we had ever achieved.
Okay.
Yes, so 2021's performance for us, we shattered all the records in the organization in GB Foods Ghana. And that for me was a highlight. And in 2022, we maintained the momentum of the business. And that for me is credibility at its highest level for myself and the team. Okay. Now, his second question is, do I see any of the team members picking
some of your skills? Yes.
I think so. And I would say I have an open door policy. So they come close to me. We talk. I'm sure some are understanding why I do some of the things I do. And if they feel that they are the right traits and attitudes, I would encourage them that they should pick them. And if they want to understand why I am unshakable about certain things, they can ask me and I'll tell them.
Okay.
And I'm unshakable about some things.
Okay.
Yes, mediocrity. Yes. For example, timeliness, being on time. I am unshakable about some of those things.
Okay.
Credibility and reliability. I am unshakable. Okay. If I tell you we will deliver 10, before I say it, I want to be convinced we'll deliver 10. And so far, when I say we'll deliver 10 or more.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe these are a few things I would recommend or encourage that they should pick up. But even me, I have not arrived. I am still learning.
You are still learning.
I'm still learning. I am still learning.
And a lot of people are learning from you as well. Interesting. So you're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio. This is the midweek edition of The Breeze. It's always for business and entrepreneurship. And if you'd like to send us a message, it is welcome on 020092925. Remember, it's WhatsApp 020092925. Instagram and Twitter is at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. And if you like to also send us a message over our YouTube channel or Facebook, it's Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Another message here, and coming from Michael J. It reads, congratulations to my boss for a great work done over the years. We are very proud of you. And
thank you, Michael.
One also here.
He's a distributor in
okay.
Doma
okay.
in Techiman.
Okay.
So thank you.
So Michael, thank you so much for sending your message and of course watching us all the way from Doma. We are so glad you did. And from Nochap Lim says, Vido, this is Noah. I feel proud to call you a friend in Acro House and a biology class doing exploits out there. Awa, Soglu, Naomi, Rosalind, and myself all ended up becoming pharmacists. Coming from Noah, sent in this one.
Noah was my fellow deacon.
Okay.
Yeah, I was chapel prefect or deacon. So
Okay.
Noah was my yes, but he got a great result in his A level. So congratulations. He's a pharmacist, and he mentioned several others: Soglo, Rosalind, etc., Naomi, and I respect all of them, and I wish them well. Thank you.
Wow, that's nice. And another one here coming from Reverend Emmanuel Ambusa Samoa. I hope you remember him. Pola. Yes. It says, remember to guard your privacy and abide by your community. Mr. Samoa's message actually has escaped me, but let me quickly roll down and pick it up. Okay. It says, hi, David. You are indeed born for awards. Kudos coming from Pola to you.
Yes. So Reverend Asamoah is one of the ones I cannot forget, and he didn't teach me. Yes, because he was an art teacher, but he was the patron of the Scripture Union, and I am a proud member of the Scripture Union.
Okay.
It shaped many of my values, and I got close to him at a point. I had to rewrite my A levels. And I spent some time in his house, and I have never forgotten how good and kind he was to me. Apart from the fact that he was a very strong influence on us as students and members of the Scripture Union, especially the leadership, mentoring us, coaching us, and I am forever grateful.
It looks like from your school days, you've been a very staunch Christian, and you still carry on with it, isn't it?
Yes, I am. I am actually a marriage counselor in my church, and I am proud. I'm a proud Christian. I have no apologies or regrets at all.
Okay.
And I believe that the Christian walk is meant for me and for everyone. And I try to do what I can. And so I am a proud Christian, yes.
Oh, okay. And which church do you worship with?
I attend Winners Chapel, Ghana.
Oh, okay. That's really, really, really great. At this point, we want to find out your thoughts regarding entrepreneurs who are possibly looking to become like you. What do you have to say to them? I believe a lot of them are listening, and most of them are your mentors.
So, as an entrepreneur myself,
yes.
This time I'm speaking also with some of the experience I have.
Okay.
I would say entrepreneurship is not for everybody, but if you believe it is for you, then know that it's a tough journey, especially in this country, because you are going to be fighting against many odds. One thing I think is financing, which it's always branded as the biggest bottleneck.
Yeah.
But I would say get a solid business idea and let it be visible in the form that you can call a business plan.
Okay.
Which means you can share it with somebody in a coherent manner of what is your expectation in terms of input and output. And if you need resources, I would prefer that find your own resources first. So either you save money from your salary over 10 years, or sell your car, invest in a lower cost house, and use the resources to invest in your business. Because bank money to start a business as an entrepreneur in this country, it is not the wisest decision.
Okay.
At, 35-40% interest rate, I don't think it is the wisest decision. The other thing I would say is I learn a lot by observing the Indians and the Lebanese.
Okay.
And when you watch them, you see the business and their lives, you can't see a difference.
Okay.
Watch the Lebanese. Their children from school, they are playing football on the shop floor. They are living sometimes in the same premises until the business becomes big and it can stand on its feet. They serve customers themselves as the CEO. Sadly, some of our people, we are CEOs and entrepreneurs, but we are too big to serve customers. We want somebody to go and serve the customer.
Okay.
Forgetting that if it's a business which you are selling to customers or consumers, the growth of the business is dependent on the patronage of these same consumers. So I think customer service and how we engage with consumers, I would say, is critical.
Okay.
I think just the staying power, I would say probably is the next one. Staying power. It will start getting rough sometimes. You are into farming, you had a bad season and you lost all your crops. Do you say you give up? Somebody stole from you, your warehouse got burnt. Do you give up? I would say staying power. You need to stay the course if you believe that this business is really what you are destined to do. I would say staying power.
Okay.
Do not give up. And then finally, I would say differentiate between yourself and the business.
Okay.
Sadly, in Ghana, many people, there's a funeral, they come, the person is in a shop selling and collecting cash, and then Ebusuapenyi comes, he just dips his hand into the sales and he gives 500 Ghana cedi as Nsawa. Meanwhile, this is your working capital.
Okay.
And separation of the companies or the businesses' funds, cash flow, versus your personal funds is extremely important. Put yourself on a salary, if you can, and then you separate the two. And when the business grows and your salary can afford yourself a Range Rover, buy yourself a Range Rover. Don't go and buy with the sales of the business, the Range Rover, and then next week you cannot make your next order for products.
Okay.
So these will be some of the tips that I will give. But lastly, I would say find yourself a mentor. If you are an entrepreneur,
somebody will mentor you.
Yes. Find yourself a mentor. I am an entrepreneur and I have a mentor who mentors me. He's an Ɔdadeɛ and he has held my hand and he's mentoring me on the process. I would say this is the way to go. Do not be alone and suffer alone. Some people have walked this journey where there's a saying that we stand on the shoulders of giants and we can see further. We can see further because we stand on the shoulders of giants. So please get mentors who can coach and direct you so that you don't make the same mistakes that they have made.
Wow. And what advice will you also have for middle managers, young graduates, on how to succeed in their careers?
So I will start by saying, in the night, they should look up at the sky and they should see the stars. They will see there are many stars in the sky, but each star has its shining. Some stars shine brighter than others, but every star is unique and it shines. In other words, we have all got our destiny, and let us focus on our strength and how far we can get to in our journey, and not compare ourselves with other people, because this guy has probably got a sharp brain, he has a grace that he can do this, and you don't have the grace to do it. And if he is promoted and you are not promoted, before you know it, you start to envy and you backbite and you start to say the company is not fair and all of that. However, if you say, I want to be the best possible person I can be. I am David Afflu and I want to be the best possible David Afflu that was created. I do not want to be a Joseph.
Okay.
Yes. So that is the first thing. They should focus on themselves and say they want to be the best version of themselves. And you know your strengths and you know the things that you have been gifted with, and follow that path and be the best version of yourself. That would be the first thing I would say. Sadly, I think we do not put a lot of premium on trust nowadays. But I would say trust is a currency that you should not, if you want to succeed in a business which is not your own, like what we do, a multinational or some other kind of corporate organization, I would say build trust. Now, what is trust? Trust is, trust has 4 legs. One is credibility. And credibility means you should know your stuff. You should be the most competent person in that space. So you know your stuff and people know you know your stuff. And when you say you do it, you will do it. That's credibility, one. Second is reliability. Reliability, you say to the boss, we'll deliver 10 million this month. Please deliver 10 million this month. And deliver it consistently, till you become reliable. Then the boss can go to sleep. When he knows that this project has been put in your hands, he says, please go to sleep. Once it's in this guy's hands, go to sleep. Reliability. The third one or leg of trust is intimacy. Intimacy is create an environment of safety for people to work. Some people intimidate people when they are working. Some people, they talk down about people, they backbite, they gossip. Those are all toxic attitudes to have in a work environment. So intimacy is to create a safe, psychologically safe environment for you to work. And the last leg of this is on self-orientation. Be less focusing on yourself. Focus less on yourself, your own private needs. And every decision you make is about what is your own personal interest in this matter. And so you are making the business decision, but underneath it is what is your personal benefit, or how will it project you in the space. So this is trust, one. Second, I would say, is communication. Communication has become extremely important in this current world and age. And I encourage young people, middle management, please push yourself to be an effective communicator. Once upon a time when I worked in another multinational, we used to have a joke. We used to say, our Nigerian colleagues are very aggressive. And we used to say our Ivorian colleagues are aggressive. And the Ghanaians are not aggressive. They are passive, or they are laid back. That was a term we used to use 15, 20 years ago as a joke. And the reason was that if a Ghanaian has done something, he doesn't even want to talk about it. He says, my work will speak for me. But no. Learn to speak, learn to write effectively, learn to speak effectively, and speak at the right time. The last one I will mention is ownership. When you are working in an environment and you want to grow, take the organization as if it is your own. And the decisions that you make them as though the business was yours. And when things are going wrong, there's a word that we call intrapreneurship. You are running an organization by being inside it as though you are an entrepreneur or a business owner. And if we do that, bringing our competencies and those things to the table, I think it makes a difference. And of course, I mentioned before, teamwork. Yes. Please be a team player and don't be a hero. And I'm sure that you definitely rise and succeed.
Very well. A lot of great advice, and I believe that the young managers and young entrepreneurs, all those aspiring to be entrepreneurs, you are taking notes of all these great points, and they are workable and achievable. I believe that if you put your mind to it, it will all work and work good for you. Let's pause for some messages, and we'll come back. This one here coming from Roger says, congratulations, David, on the success chalked over the period. I recollect you have won various commercial-related awards at the highest stage over the years in different companies. My question is, in the midst of volatile environment last year, you won various awards, including Ultimate Man and the Best CEO. Please share with us how you have been able to emerge on top over the years. Coming from Roger. And this one, it says, this is from your brother, Somodo. Okay. From your brother Somodo. It says, you make us proud, keep shining. And again from Fifi, it says, David, what are your favorite hobbies? So there's some few messages that come through.
Great. And Somodo, thank you. He was in my class from Form 1 all the way to Form 5. And then
brother from another mother, right?
Yes. A very sharp brain. Okay. And we couldn't get to his level. So, so I think Roger's question, I've answered most of it.
Yes, of course.
Fifi is asking me about what are my hobbies, right? So, yes, when I'm not working, I do probably 1 or 4 things. I like action movies. So You are very likely to find me watching one of the latest action movies, Fast
and Furious.
Yes, Fast and Furious. Recently, the Fast X came out.
Okay.
John Wick, those kinds of movies. And I love my family, and I'm very likely to be hanging out with my kids. My kids are 18 and 16. I love family. I believe family is the foundation. And if we fail at family, I do not believe we may be able to succeed in the corporate world. Again, if I'm not working, I love what I do. I'm a marriage counselor. I love to counsel young people who are getting ready for marriage, and it's one of the things I love to do. And then also I run a small business by the side. I'm a farmer, and I'm trying to build a small farm. So these are the things I love to do by the side when I'm not chasing numbers to deliver growth for the business. Above all, I love God, and I try to keep the balance as a person with my maker.
But what is your greatest challenge? And I believe that you've achieved a lot. But what is your greatest challenge, and how have you managed it till now?
Challenge. I make a joke and I tell people we have scars, many scars. They are not visible scars to the eye, but they are scars we have got on the journey because we have had many battles. So there are many battles I have lost. But I have won more battles than the ones I have lost.
You have lost.
Now, one of the challenges has been when you are in an environment, and the environment, like the macroeconomic environment, seemingly gangs up against you and your business. That is a huge challenge. And I remember 2015, 2016, I was working in another organization. Within like 2 months, the CD had depreciated by 20-40%.
I was even coming to that area.
and when you are in an environment like that, trust me, it can be extremely difficult. If you are not the market leader, you can be dead. If your products are, let's say, imported finished products, you can be dead.
Like finished products, they are imported directly into the country.
Because you are importing in foreign currency, you are going to pay back in local currency, and the local currency is depreciating. So it is extremely tough. And you are competing, assuming you are also competing with people who make the product locally. Now, thankfully, in my last 3 years where I've worked in GB Foods, all our products are made locally. So all our tomato is made locally. So that puts us ahead of those people who import finished tomato product. And I know when last year our currency was going through the roof, I can imagine those who are in that category have had it very tough. So yes, indeed, the macroeconomic environment, I would say, is one of the biggest challenges I've had to face. But we have learned from the market. And I say the market always wins. The market always wins. And if you want to win, you need to align with the market. For as long as you align with the market, you will win. And so far, I believe that for the biggest battles in my career, I have aligned with the market, and therefore we have won.
So I was coming to the aspect where you were already talking about the Ghana's economic challenges and how business managers like yourself are facing it. Do you have some sort of stability as it is now?
You can only say you are cautiously optimistic. You can only use words like that. You are cautiously optimistic because today, yes, indeed, in the last, let me say, 1 month or 2 months, the currency is relatively stable. But me and you have no control of what can happen in 2 months, 4 months, 6 months down the line. So we can only hope that now that the IMF program is running, the leaders of the economy have to do what they have to do, I hope, and the market remains stable because we need to protect jobs, we need to protect industry, we need to grow businesses because that is our daily bread. We have no other country to go to. Some of us, it is too late for us to go and seek greener pastures elsewhere. So we need to make this country work. to employ Ghanaians, grow with Ghanaian money, so that we can put our children in school and they can also come out with something.
Wow. That's really interesting to note. But one of the things that you mentioned that caught my attention was the fact that you produce your products here with raw materials from our farms. So, like, for example, the tomatoes and other things that you use, how do you get your supplies?
So, currently, all our tomato we have to import.
Okay,
And
currently, okay.
Yes, because the amount of tomato we produce in terms of tomato mix or tomato paste, you will not get that locally. In terms of the amount of tomato that is grown in Ghana. As a matter of fact, today in Ghana we consume about 1.5 million tons of fresh tomato. 1.5 million tons, and we produce only 300. We produce only 300,000. So there is a gap of 1.2 million, and this is the source of the Ministry of Agric. I'm quoting the Ministry of Agric numbers. 300,000 is all we produce. However, as a business, we are working hard, and we've made this commitment publicly when the president opened our factory in March. We have said it publicly that the company is committed to start to do backward integration to grow our own tomatoes in Ghana. So this is a project that the company has started with. It's a long process, so early stages, but we believe that we will get there in the next few years.
But are there other raw materials that we possibly be tapping in locally from Ghana, or everything is imported?
At the moment, the majority of the tomato, majority of our business being tomato is imported. We have rice is a finished product. It's a small part of our business. We bring it in. We make curry as well. Curry is imported, but indeed, the business is committed to this backward integration or local sourcing, as and when the local sources are available. Yes, in tomato in particular, that the business has made a public statement on its commitment to grow our own tomatoes here. So that one, it is public knowledge, and the business is committed to it.
We believe that Ghana can grow in the strength that we can be able to supply GB food with all the raw materials that they need, and I'm sure that we are looking out for that kind of feat to be achieved. I mean, one day.
Very true.
Yes. But how about staffing? Staff.
What do you mean, sorry?
I mean, your staff. You employ a lot of Ghanaian staff, isn't it?
Yes. So in Ghana, I would say 99% of our staff are Ghanaian. Yes. We probably have 2 in the Ghana business who are non-Ghanaian. Yes, and the rest are all Ghanaian. The factory we employ almost 1,000 people in the factory, all Ghanaian. In the head office, the Ghana head office, only 2 people also are non-Ghanaian. And the Africa regional head office is also based in Ghana. But when you have a regional office that serves the whole of Africa, there you cannot be greedy. You need to also understand that there are some special skills because they serve other countries. They are based in Ghana, but they may serve other countries. So there you have a mix. Yes, even there we have a majority are Ghanaian. You have a few who are non-Ghanaian.
That's really interesting to note. And as we are wrapping up, I believe that there's been a lot of advice for our young people and young managers, people who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs like yourself. As an Ɔdadeɛ yourself, any advice for the young students of Presec, current crop of students? Anything that you'd like to say to them?
I think they should dream big. When I was their age, I used to dream very big. That I was going to be a heart surgeon. I used to dream very big that I'll be a heart surgeon. Now I'm probably a commercial surgeon, which is not bad. I have no regrets. I would say they should dream big and stay focused. Yes, there's too much distraction for them nowadays. Too much distraction. But at the same time, they have huge opportunity. When I was their age, mobile phones did not exist. There were many things those times you could only hear that were taking place in Europe and America.
Yes.
Today, when an iPhone is launched in the US today, tomorrow it is in Ghana.
Yes.
We have bridged the gap of technology. So coding is available. Every technology is available. Some of the people who are in Ghana are doing big things. Some are working even for other companies. They are working online for other companies. And I would say they shouldn't limit themselves to come and work for somebody. They should also open up to create their own businesses. And especially when you can be coding on your laptop at home for a company abroad, you can be doing stuff, robotics, there are many things that people can do. And today, our students can become competitive on a global scale. I know students who are doing programs which are global programs, like all these Olympiads and all of that. And Ghanaian students are in the top range. So I would recommend, and encourage them a lot, motivate them. They should not limit themselves to become local champions.
Okay.
The world stage should be their target, and they should aspire to become global champions.
Nice one. Ɔdadeɛ David Afflu, thank you so much for your time. Ɔdadeɛ Radio is also a young radio station. We are barely a year. We are just a little over a year old, and I'm sure that we are a proud media institution for the Ɔdadeɛ fraternity. In your own capacity, what do you think you can do to also support Ɔdadeɛ? I believe that Ɔdadeɛ all over the world are contribute support small, no few, just to help Ɔdadeɛ Radio to survive and to carry on with its operations. Maybe you will give us a big sponsorship one of these days.
So it's specific to the radio station or the Ɔdadeɛ fraternity?
Oh no, to the radio station.
The radio station.
Yes.
So maybe offline we will understand what your needs are, and then we will see what we can do to assist.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So yes, maybe let's discuss offline to understand what your needs are, and definitely I believe that we should be able to find some way to give you some support.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Ɔdadeɛ David Afflu, Managing Director for GB Foods Ghana, for spending your morning with us here on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Thank you very much.
What's up? Coming out and get to where the gunshot always a echo. You don't know? Hear the road boy cry. Hey, Ujanku Bonnet.
All I can see. Sometimes I try to make them true. All I can see. Sometimes I try to make them true.
I never thought it could be until I saw a man try. Oh, the source of his feet on the heat to his peak. It shall be well. Oh Lord, my cup is full and my soul is many are called but chosen are few. My cup is full and I help with you. It's good to the cups and rough like you. Are you walk one little good till you're good till you're dead. The fire to fail.